I've been waiting.
I hope if I turn my volume down, that they'll still be able to hear it. Oh, it's working. Well, not on my end.
Well, for a second it sounded it gave me the notification that it was starting, but now there it goes.
Oh, okay. Does it say like 35 seconds or something?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Are you guys ready to rock and or roll?
Let's do the rolling.
The what? Right, relax. Feel like our mics were on that whole time, by the way.
Let's do it.
Good thing we didn't say anything cringy.
We always say things cringy. What are you talking about?
All right. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Rundown, your home for entertainment news and reviews by fans for fans. I'm your host, Chris Fagan, and it is Thursday, so we are going to talk about some outstanding topics like, of course, I'm bringing back John Campea stuff. We have Aunt Karen, who went one-on-one with a school pew-pew guy, and we'll talk about that as well. Some Deadpool news, some other movie topics as we discuss that and more tonight on the Rundown. I guess this is, I didn't say after dark, but it's after dark. It's the after dark situation here, guys. Remember, if you don't want to catch our show live during our YouTube performance, you can also check out the podcast. Go check out Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple, Anchor, all that good stuff, and you can listen to the Rundown. Was that a toot?
Mm-hmm.
I heard that. And so that wasn't a toot. Also, guys, if you want to send in a question, comment, or concern, or rumor, anything you want us to run down, become a channel member. You can also just become a subscriber. Hit us up on social medias at T3 Media Studios, or you can call our 281-406-1993 number. Leave a voicemail from that and any topics you want us to talk about. Guys, let's get right into it. I think I'm going to hit the right button. I'm going to say, Joy, I'm going to throw it to you. Oh, no, that's right. I threw it to me this time. Didn't mess up this time. Aha. The first topic it's really a topic really for me. You guys, I'll let you guys chime in on it. I'll allow it this time, but this is really for me. I don't have the soundboard up, but I'm going to say for me. Some interesting news. The Two Filthy Casuals podcast is coming soon. This was announced by our former co-host Amy Newman and her future co-host on their podcast, Chris Carr, Amy Newman. They're starting a podcast called Two Filthy Casuals. I'm assuming it's a movie talk show just like ours, entertainment news and stuff. They're going to discuss things as just casual moviegoers. But they're sort of experts as well. But they're going to give a casual, laid-back vibe, not like the regime that I do here. What do you think about? What do you think about, this is Babe, I'll throw it to you first. What do you think about Amy Newman and Chris Carr starting a podcast together?
I mean, I love Amy. She's cute and fun. And Chris is always fun on John's show, so.
You were interested in seeing what they're gonna do?
I mean, I'm sure you'll be playing it.
All the time in the background. Criticizing everything. That's what I do. But, I also want to just quickly get your thoughts on it, too, Tabs. I mean, you are officially the person who kicked Amy Newman out of T3 Media Studios. What do you think?
That's not how that went down at
all.
Isn't
it though?
No.
Isn't it? How did it go down in your opinion?
She left your ass.
Oh, you know what? Okay, cut. Really? Really? That's how we're doing it?
Yeah, that's how we're doing it.
Wow.
That's how we're doing it.
But yeah, they're starting a podcast together. I think it's
good for them.
Yeah.
I hope that it's successful and they're enjoying it. And
I'm jealous of the name, Two Filthy. That was the perfect name. That's what we should have called this show, Three Filthies. Three Filthies, being a little casual.
I'm clean as a whistle. I don't know about you.
Two Filthies and a little sicky. No, Two Filthies and Lady McNasty. There you go. No, there we go. But I'm interested. I'm curious to see what that's going to be about. I wish them all the best. You know,
Jeans and a peen.
is that it? That what we're doing?
Two vagines and a peen.
Two vagines and a peen. Remember, we gotta keep it kind of
I
keep it.
didn't use the real word.
You didn't? Okay. All right. Technicality. But yeah, on the first episode of Two Filthy Casuals, two vagines and a peen. Chris Fagan, what do you, as our local peen, what? What's your thoughts on it? Well, I'm a little upset that I'm being referred to as a peen instead of the BBC peen. Never mind. Let me just stop it.
Oh, Lord.
I had to.
Lord.
I had to. You know. But other than that, yeah, good luck, Amy. Good luck, Chris. I'm sure it's going to be fun. I was just watching Chris Carr on the John Campea show today. And speaking of John Campea, let's talk about.
Didn't you have something to say about Amy?
Oh yeah, you
I'm the one that has to remind you.
Thank you for reminding me. Okay, let me. So I asked. I can't even because I'm live on TikTok. I can't even check the text. Anyway.
Oh, because you can't get on your phone.
I can't get on my phone. So I texted Amy and I said that I was going to give a shout out to her upcoming show. And I said, "Is this okay?" She's like, "Yeah, it's not a secret. Go ahead." And I said, "Well, okay, what you been up to?" It's all nothing. It's, same old. I'm here in Vegas right now, getting married. Like, what? I was like, "Is this a secret?" He's like, "No, it's not a secret. They're not like blowing it up. Like, this is pretty. I'm not like gonna say this is the official announcement, but it kind of is. This is the official, unofficial announcement. That's right. Eric Danes and Amy Newman are out there getting married. I said, well, that's outstanding. Congratulations. And when we talked about the podcast, I think I asked her a question. I said, so if it's called Two Filthy Casuals, am I to understand that there will be explicit language in it? And her response officially was, shit, yeah. So,
okay, hell yeah.
So yeah, there's the official announcement. Two Filthy Casuals. Congratulations to Amy Newman.
Congratulations, Amy.
Yes, congratulations.
And congratulations also to her husband to be, Eric Dane. I don't know if it's already happened right now, if it's in the middle of happening. I don't know. They're in Vegas right now. And so congratulations. Thanks, babe, for reminding me. I totally blew that one. I screwed the pooch. All right. Let me quickly go to the next thing before I mess up anything else. So I think it's still going on. All right. My real quick, guys. So if you guys know me, you know that I'm a fan of like John Campea and those things like that. So when John Campea came from AMC Movie Talk to Collider, and they did Collider Movie Talk, and then he went solo. Collider Movie Talk, like about 3 years ago, they decided to shut their doors. They're no longer doing Collider Movie Talk. And then an announcement came last week that Collider Dailies was coming back. Was coming to their channel. So they said it was something in the vein of what they used to do with Collider Movie Talk. And of course, me and probably a bunch of old fans of theirs were thinking they're going back into that studio. They're going to have all those guests again. It's going to be all high production. And when I watched the first episode, I'm like, okay. It was just a Zoom conference, which is not bad because that's where most channels start. But seeing where they were and them shutting it down I'm sure for various reasons. I mean, things get expensive, studio space and stuff like that. I understand, but I'm not gonna lie, I did not enjoy what I was watching. And I'm not even gonna throw it to you guys because I know you don't even know what I'm talking about. Nope. But yeah, I wasn't enjoying what I was watching, and I feel like I'm hoping that it's like the first days of like AMC Movie Talk when John Campea first started it. It was very low budget, very low key, and when they built their audience, they decided to put more into it. So I'm gonna give it a chance, but these past 2 days that they've aired on their channel, I've watched about 5-10 minutes of it, and I just couldn't get into it. And I'm hoping, I don't know what it is. It just feels like the energy is there. Perry Nimroff, the host, she always has great energy, as she always had, but I'm just not feeling it. And last but not least, for all you guys who always say I talk about John Campea too much, here's some John Campea news. I was right. John Campea has officially turned his channel back into what it was like, 6-8 months ago? 100% back. Everybody's back. Chris is back. Robert Meyer Burnett is back, and they're back doing it live. I predicted it right here on this channel. I said they will go back in about a couple of months when all the shit settles and all the haters out there. But what really kind of happened was John announced on his channel that his old marketing team ripped him off for like $100,000. They were supposed to pay him some marketing money, and
not just his show, like
a bunch of other him and a bunch of other people that were signed with the same company. Yeah. And it was interesting. It was like, I don't want to go live because of the toxic environment. But then when I get ripped off for $100,000, I'm gonna have to go back to the old way things were, because it made a lot of money. So I'm not like gloating that I was right because he lost all that money, because I feel bad for him and all those guys that got ripped off. But I was still right, and everybody knows I love being right, right? Anywho, let's go to the.
Got a super chat.
Oh, okay. Well, for the another thing that we're going to start doing differently. I'm not going to save the talking till the very end to make it go faster at the end of every segment.
Okay.
I'll
Just helps keep track of the. Because they don't. They fit with what we're talking versus waiting till the end and we're
Correct.
like, I don't know what that comment goes with.
Yeah, we're past
There
the
it is.
conversation.
Peter Lang. Let's see, save it. Sorry. What did I do?
I don't know what you did.
It was up there for a few seconds, and now it's gone.
I did see like a split second of it.
You have virus?
No, I don't know what I did, but it was there for a second. Now it's gone. But I can still read it. Peter Lang says, I really liked Tabitha's look, the glasses, especially to you. That's why you told me to hurry up and get to this chat. The Tuba Jeans and a Peen is a fantastic name. Oh, and I'm back. Congratulations to the newlyweds. What's up, Peter Lang? Welcome back. I'm sorry, I think I clicked the default button and I totally effed up it to display on screen. But yeah, Peter Lang also continues on. Peter Lang gifted. Oh, it says Peter Lang gifted one studio membership. I appreciate that. To Brianna. Oh, hey, okay, Brianna's back as a member again. Brianna Jasmine was gifted. Okay,
Aww.
Appreciate you. Thanks a lot, man. That's awesome.
And he says you need a tech guy.
Yes. We talked about that.
All right, what's the next topic? Tired of this.
And hi, Peter.
I'm tired of this nonsense. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't have you on camera. What was that? You said, there we go.
I just said hey.
There you go.
And thank you.
All right, let me get rid of the, I messed up, whatever that is, I totally messed up the thing. So I don't think I'm going to have the chats up right now, but I'll fix it later. What's the next topic, babe?
Rachel Bilson from the OC series on her podcast Broad Ideas thinks it's weird if single middle-aged men only had 4 sexual partners. This headline comes in from page 6.
I'll pull that up real quick. So
like that's actual thought.
That's what she said on her podcast. I don't know if you know this actress from.
I didn't watch the OC, but I know who she is.
I mean,
yeah.
Seen clips. I saw clips when it was on.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't watch
Yeah, I mean, I know the show, and I know who she is as an actress. She's been in other things too.
I'm gonna try to pull up the video what she said, or the verbiage of what she actually said.
But is that like a real that just seems like such an immature thought to have. A body count doesn't matter either way, whether it be high or low.
Or male or female, boy or
male or female, they, them, it doesn't matter. The body count doesn't matter. I don't understand why that's even a conversation we're still having in this day and age. People need to get over it.
What was the name again? Rachel Bilson, the body count comment. Let me see if I can pull it. Here it is, from page 6. I got it. Let me pull it right there.
I mean, I'm sure you also, if you asked her what about a dude that's slept with 100 women, she'd probably be like, ew, gross.
It's so stupid.
Pick one.
What if this person was in monogamous relationships? Would you not want them to be faithful to those monogamous relationships?
So fabulous at it.
This is going to sound, here it goes. This is what she said. This is going to sound judgmental, but if a dude is in his 40s and he has only slept with 4 women, she said on Monday's episode, adding that she would find it a little weird.
And what's weird about it?
The actress, who is no stranger to making sex confessions, on her podcast said that while she thinks having 4 sexual partners is really low, it's not entirely fair of her to make that judgment.
Yeah,
Wilson said that it all depends on certain situations, and men who have had long-term relationships have a valid reason, in her opinion. Maybe it's been a decade-long relationship, totally respectable. But if he's single in his 40s and has only had 4, he's never been in that long-term he thinks that's an issue.
Okay, so there's such thing as a demisexual. And a demisexual is someone who cannot have sex with someone without having feelings for them, without having an emotional attachment.
Right.
So what if this person was career driven and didn't get into serious relationships in the early ages of his life? And then when he was able to get into relationships, he had to have meaningful relationships to be able to have sexual encounters. This is not an uncommon thing. This whole concept that we should be judging how people's sexual intimacies go and how many they are.
She's just like
It's not
pretty
weird.
much saying that the only reason that someone would only have a few outside of long-term relationships is somebody who's really terrible.
That's
and
no.
Like
Yeah.
that's basically what she's saying. So it's
No.
weird, and I'm like, that is very unfair.
That
I
is
mean-
very,
No.
I mean,
that's very immature thought process. That is showing that she is too young to have a complex, critical thought of reality. Because
Oh, you mean Rachel?
Yes.
The 40-year-old?
She's in her
she's
40s, so-
no way she's in her 40s.
Like,
I thought she was in like her 20s.
the OC was like
She
what,
was
early
in her
2000s,
20s in the OC.
I thought she was a teenager in the OC.
right?
Is she really 40? This woman
Yeah.
needs to grow up.
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm just appreciating you guys advocating for the men. We're already getting all that pressure about not having a high body count, and I know the guys who do have a high body count, they like to brag about it. But the guys who don't, let's advocate for the guys who don't, and maybe they don't want to, just for the same reasons that you said. Maybe they
She's
can
older
only
than-
be intimate when they're in committed and
That's a
relationships.
demisexual, yes.
So now we're like it's damned if we do, damned if we don't. Like all that. What do they call it? They try to call it male toxicity for being I got a road account, but now it's like we're not good. You're not good enough.
They do the same with women.
Women.
What is exactly? If you
Or you're a hoe.
yeah exactly. That's us, and that's
when
what
you
I
set boundaries, you're a bitch.
yeah. Well, of course, everybody knows. No, but no, all of that is messed up. It's all wrong. So it's like all that what do they call it? Shaming, slut shaming, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We're having too high of a body count, and now in this conversation, it's like, well, but I don't want him. I think what is the fear that he wouldn't be good
I'm assuming that's what she means. Like, oh, that's weird.
because
Like,
you
she's
want him to
thinking
know what
like
he's doing.
40-year-old virgin type thing. Like, oh, he must not
Here's
have
the
much
deal: if
experience.
But-
you're having a bad interaction with someone, that's a 2-person road. Because to have good sex creates communication. You have
Right.
to have communication.
Right.
So if you aren't communicating that you aren't enjoying something or what your needs are or how they need to interact with you, if you aren't advocating for yourself, you're just as much to blame for the bad sex as the person that you seem to think is giving you the bad sex. You can tell someone what you want, like, and need, and they can attempt to do that, and then you can have good sex.
Sing it, sister.
So this whole concept that a body count matters does not. Communication matters. Maybe she's a sucky ass communicator and she can't communicate to her partners and tell her partners what she wants. That would indicate a bad sex experience. So maybe the problem's her.
Let me make sure that these. Oh yeah, it works, but it's so tiny. but yeah, I agree. It's about communication. I mean, I'm sure. Hey, well, you talk about 40-year-old version. Now we're getting back into movie talk now. But what happened at the end of that movie? All that 40 years of pent up. I mean, didn't he destroy her at the
He
end
did.
of
That was definitely the ending of that one.
What was it like? Get the fuck out of this room! Like, the bell keeper, whatever what do they call it? The guy at the hotel. Like, dude, waited 40 years. Get the fuck out! It's going down.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm saying. Anything on this topic before we move on?
Nope.
Nothing came up. All right, guys. Like I said, share your thoughts on all the topics that we're currently talking about. We'll pop it up. I got the lower third working again. It might be a little bit tiny, but I'll fix it as we go along. Let's move on to the third topic.
Tabs is going to pause.
Oh, yes. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to pause TikTok Live so that we can discuss this properly.
It'll only be a second.
Yes. Once I figure out how to do that real quick, I apologize, guys. Is there a way to pause it?
I see people do it all the time.
How the hell do you pause it, guys?
How do you pause TikTok? I have this thing that's up right here, and that has a pause button on it.
There, pause live. Found it.
All right.
Okay, go.
What's the talking point, babe?
School shooter John Romano, released from prison, has a platform on TikTok. And now TikTok activist Aunt Karen has had many discussions and interviews with him. And Chris has some links and video clips for us.
All right. So now that we've said that, now we won't say it anymore. I'll unpause mine. You can unpause yours, and we're back. So for now, we'll just refer to him as the school pew pew guy, because
yeah.
I think, are we on the right? Oh yeah,
Yes,
that's his
we
top
are.
one. Yeah. So Aunt Karen and I invited her to join us live, and we were talking about it. I was going to have her zoom in. We were going to discuss it a little bit, but she didn't respond back. I don't know if you got my last message, Aunt Karen, but she probably was busy. But yeah, she was free to talk about it today, or maybe she was before she got busy, and we were going to talk about it a little bit. But this person did what he did what was it, in the early 2000s at his high school, and now has a platform on TikTok where, from when I first saw it, it looked like he was trying to be like a motivational speaker to help people see the signs. So if it doesn't
I've seen
happen
several
again,
other creators who said he's been on TikTok for
a while, just now. But
and never mentioned it, and they had no idea who he was.
Are you
because
serious?
Yeah, they were just like, he seemed like some random dude,
Well, I could see where he could go.
and they had no idea who it was until he started posting this stuff, and then they were like, oh crap, I've seen his videos. And a lot of creators realized he was following them, and then a lot of them went and removed him or blocked him.
So if that's true, now that brings me up to now because I was going to compare him to like a Kyle Rittenhouse type of person, and I didn't want to go there. But now that if that's true, if this wasn't what he started with, now I'm thinking, yeah, this is a Kyle Rittenhouse situation. Maybe I can understand if things are rough for ex-cons. It's hard to get work. I don't want people to not be able to earn and then have to feel like they have to go back into the system and whatnot. I agree, but this feels like that situation. Like, what can I do to earn money? I know. I got a shocking platform, and like I was about to say, at first it seemed like something where he was trying to be like educational and things like and talk about.
That's what I was going to ask. Is this a matter of him trying to?
I haven't watched his stuff,
because I haven't seen it.
But what a lot of other creators are saying as well is that none of his content really seems to be anything that's.
Until Aunt Karen dove and started to cut into him, and then it starts to feel like the mask is starting to slip.
Yeah.
Like it's just
if this is something that's genuine and he is trying to spread knowledge in regards to preventing what he did to happen, like mental wellness.
Right. Then I'd be all for it. Yeah.
Discovering the reasons why before it happened.
Right.
Seeing, like you said, seeing the signs in these situations to prevent the situations from happening in the future. I can get behind that because there's plenty of ex-cons and who
do that. Who
that
very positive. They
motivational speaking. Who
turn their lives around.
Who run community situations for homeless and the kids and
Sure.
big brother little brother stuff
Right.
and so I can fully support that. I am all about someone learning from their mistakes and trying to show and teach the better way.
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
And it felt like that in the beginning. And even Aunt Karen admitted that that's what it seemed like. But the more and more you listen to him, and now that you're saying that he didn't start talking about this at first and he just started shifting to this, it started to feel like there was, it wasn't as genuine as he was trying to make it out to be. And I won't bore you with the full video. So some of these are really long, but let's play some.
School shooter. I had 17 years in prison, and I had videos about it.
Orange County's court,
this is our live tonight, so if you see...
Now, let's go to the next one.
How about attacking?
The only thing different about you, John, is that you didn't kill anybody, because you were a poor shot. Thank goodness.
Since I was a poor shot, I shot into the ceiling. What are you talking about?
Thank goodness that you were a poor shot. That's the only reason why. And you are giving grace on this app for no reason. You're not advocating. You're not putting out information about how to treat. You haven't really talked to any advocacy groups. You said it yourself. You haven't started anything. You are strictly on this app benefiting off the fact that you went to jail for prison for 17 years for being a school shooter.
I'll pause at that because and the more and more she kind of dove into him, you could feel like the frustration. I understand that you get frustrated because you feel like your integrity is being attacked. But the main question was, should a platform like this exist? I get that you say that you're trying to build awareness, maybe be a changed man and trying to help prevent this from ever happening again. I understand that. But when I was making this a topic, and I was thinking to myself, does he have anything set up for the victims of his school that he went to? Does he have anything set up for the victims of similar cases? Does he have anything in place where it's not just showing that this is just a shock value topic that can make me a lot of money off of a lot of social media platforms? And I don't so far see that in place.
Well,
which begs
there's a few things where we couldn't, and my only critique that I'm going, and that's just from
a snippet,
a snippet. My only critique for Aunt Karen too is the approach of, like, it almost feels with what she said in the beginning, it felt like she was trying to attack him by the certain words and phrases. Well, because you're a poor shot, that's the only reason. And so, like,
because nobody got hurt,
yeah. But that was an unnecessary statement. It's a statement. It's a trigger statement. It's a statement to try to rile someone up because you're demeaning someone in the process of trying to explain something. It's an unnecessary statement. So I can see where the frustration part because she immediately feels like she's attacking him, and I would rather her attack the facts.
It's out of context because I can say this that before that happened, something that he posted about on his page was somebody, from what I can understand, a question that came to him about race and racism. And can black people be racist against white people? And for whatever reason, that was a topic of that video or that live stream on his platform. And he discussed that, yes, I do believe that black people can be racist against white people because and this is me paraphrasing him, he was showing his scars. I, in prison, was attacked by a black man who had like a sword or something like that, simply because, and it was, I would, without showing out, because I'm not going to go to that page, that the way he was discussing that topic, and it was like, your whole topic is about racism against whites and things like that, and you were glossing over the reason, and I'm paraphrasing. I'm trying because I didn't catch the whole live stream. That's what angered Aunt Karen on that one thing. There's other things that she said that what he's doing and what he has done and what he has said on his platform that has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. But that was one that I remember specifically on the topic of race, where he's trying to show this play the victim on his page. Oh yeah, you got attacked. I understand that, but it just came off, and this is just for me. I'm not talking that for Aunt Karen. It came off to me like you're trying to gain my sympathy after, from what you were in prison for. And I know that people can be redeemed. I know people can change. I know it happens, but I've seen so many people who are ex-cons who do it in such different ways, and there's something, for me personally, feels off about this.
Well, you can own what you've done. You can hold yourself accountable and own your actions, all while explaining something that has happened to you that you didn't maybe that was a hardship. Those two things can exist at the same time. It sounds like that's not what he's doing. It sounds like he is complaining and describing victimhood by himself versus the victimhood that he calls for others. And I can understand that being very frustrating for people. I guess when I was talking about my criticism for Aunt Karen was because I think that her argument is important to what she's trying to display here. Should he have a platform? Should he be able to utilize this? You know, you did something really wrong and now you have access to all these people, and you know, your access to all these people was kind of the problem with why you went to jail. You went to jail because you had hurt, you know, you had
terrorized a bunch of people.
Mass quantity of people. So why would we want to give you a mass quantity of people to have in the palm of your hand again? So I get that argument, but it makes it very hard to get behind someone's argument. If you have to take someone's personality down or someone's skill sets down to make your argument strong, it's not a good argument. So you got to remove personal attacks and you got to stick with facts for your argument. And I need it because I need her argument to be valid for her to not go the personal attack route.
I can agree on that, but that was again, I didn't watch that whole that whole conversation. That was them live talking together.
Yeah.
And according to everybody who watched the whole thing, it didn't start off with like that was in the middle or the end.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I don't know what led to that. That's just that's just the 1 minute snippet.
Yeah, and it's coming across very emotional, demeaning, and not factual. And I need facts for this, especially with something like this, because you're talking about something that's mass terrorizing, something that's already very emotional and very compelling in that regard. Well, to create an argument to remove what could be another potential mass terrorizing, you need to have factual arguments and not personal characteristic arguments.
True, not saying that it was there, because again, I didn't watch the whole live. I'm just right now. I'm just going to base on what I'm able to show right now. I wish I could have watched the whole live, but it was. So we know that here's so for maybe this will give us a little bit more information that I'm seeking to give a conclusion. So auntkaren stitched another follower of hers who did, I guess, watch the live stream, and this is her take on it.
So we know that this man is getting turned every which way but loose, all right? But I need y'all to understand that Aunt Karen really gave us a look inside his cranium. With one simple statement, she ate John the fuck up. Aunt Karen got her ass up on live and told this motherfucker, the Columbia, that the only reason that people survived his attack is because he's a poor shot. He got offended. Yeah. After he said his little piece, he hit that meat challenge better than New Orleans. The fact that he got offended at being called a poor shot, that should tell y'all that people like him should not be given platforms.
So that's that person's opinion, that because he got offended from that.
About me. Why you got my picture shown on there?
And this is, I guess, the offense.
You and legs off of me, my tragedy that I committed. So you are disrespecting not only me for what I went through, you're disrespecting my victims because you're not interested in veterans. You're on here bullshitting.
Can you pause this for a second?
Yeah.
That needs to be addressed.
Right.
They are not his, like, he's creating ownership over a terrorizing
group. That group, yeah.
And they are not his to own.
Yeah.
But he's also, in his TikToks, he's claiming.
Bring the mic closer to you, baby.
He's claiming he had zero intention to ever
hit anybody. Yeah, I remember.
His only intention was
that he shot in the
unalive
ceiling.
Himself.
Yeah.
He wanted people to see that.
But
he wanted to do it in front of people.
But here's the problem with that statement. I can understand him believing that. If they
he terrorized and it harmed many people mentally.
Yeah.
But that his intention was never
because he said what he did was he fired into the air. But I mean, is this a 2-story building? Could the Bucks shots gone through the wall? It could have people still could have been harmed. Even if that was the plan and whatnot, the people there didn't know this. They were still terrorized.
But also, your point of view on school pew-pews
Mhm.
is kind of irrelevant because that was never your purpose. If that's what you're saying, that
Yeah.
was never your purpose. Your
Right.
purpose
Yeah.
wasn't to go in
Because
and.
then now that becomes convoluted
Right.
and confusing as to why he's got this platform then.
He's
if
saying
it-
he wants to educate and do well, but your purpose was not
To
Yeah,
review
you're-
the school.
Your-
It
yeah.
was yourself.
Yeah, so if that was, then your platform needs to be about
Mental health for
Now, exactly. And if it was only
Not.
about that, I wouldn't have a problem with
Yeah.
it. Me and Joy, when we talked about this, I said, now I know he doesn't have to do what I would do, but if it was me that I was guilty of doing the same thing this person did, 95, maybe 99%, because obviously I have to make a living too, of the income that I would be making off of this platform, that platform, all the platforms that he's on, would be going to those causes, to those charities, to the people, whether they want it or not. If there was something, foundation, anything that I could do to show that I'm being transparent and I'm not in it just for me. But I don't believe, unless I got to do a little bit more digging, maybe he can prove me wrong. I don't believe any of those things are in place. Like I said, he doesn't have to do what I would do, but it just kind of feels like when you said, he didn't start off talking about this, he's talking about it now. It's feeling, what do they say? It's giving me Kyle Rittenhouse. Like you're now just doing this because you know it's shock value, it can get clicks, and what gets clicks can get money. I understand that because you need to make a living, but it's just, I understand why people are picking it apart now.
And not to support him in any way, because I do not, but I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little hypocritical, I think, to condemn someone for wanting to make money when a lot of convicts who come out of
No,
jail
I don't, because I know it's hard for them.
Well, it is hard for them. That is not even my point.
Yeah.
A lot of them go right back into the bad,
The system, go back into the system,
drugs,
yeah.
whatever it may be, to make money
Because they can't make a living.
because they can't make
Because
money.
nobody will hire them. And things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So like I said before, I am in full support of someone who has turned their life around, has learned a lesson, and they're wanting to share that lesson. They're wanting to share what they've learned to better their life, to better themselves, to hopefully make a change for the better. If that is the purpose, I will support it.
Right.
It doesn't sound like or seem like that's his actual
I
purpose.
feel like he could have had a great platform to say, I want to speak to those people out there who are potential pew-pews on what was going on in my mind.
Yeah. That would be
so
a
that
good.
I can change your mind.
That would be a
Correct.
good start too. But you would be surprised how many people are on his platform with a total support in many ways. So, some sickies with the support of what he did or what he was back then. Others who were just 100% forgiving, no matter what other people are feeling, the red flags and whatnot. Like I can't read his mind. He could be 100% genuine in his own mind. But
Well, he
to
sounds
take
a little narcissistic just based off of some of the other things
things
he
that you
said.
play exactly.
And I hate to just blatantly use that word because it's a word that gets thrown around all
Right.
the time when we don't know.
But now you're
necessarily
starting to see
mean
what
it.
other people are kind of starting to
It's-
hear and
I'm-
pick apart.
I'm seeing what I'm hearing, I should say.
Yeah.
What other people are talking about, and I still would want to approach him and approach this argument about whether he should be on TikTok and have a platform with facts.
Or any platform. 'cause
I
know
just
it's
think
no more.
attacking, if you're really wanting to get your argument, just like when you go to debate and when you're in school, you debate with facts. They tell you to stay away from the personal, stay away from the emotional, stick with your facts because your argument will stick and people will hear your argument. People will listen to your argument if you don't rile up the emotions.
So overall, what do you think? Just based on the little bit that I know we probably have to do a little bit more
I'm
of a deep
definitely
dive.
have to do some more digging and research.
I mean, it's just
Based on what you
it's
know,
very
babe, what do you
tricky because
he
he
should
has
he-
a lot of
That's over 255,000 followers.
he's got a lot of victims who
Mm-hmm.
You got
now are seeing this and we're very, very triggered.
Triggered and upset.
Very
You
triggered.
also got a lot of pew supporters and advocates out there who was,
And I'm not
like I said, looking at
saying
him as
that
the next
people
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Don't deserve a chance, and I'm not saying that it couldn't have been a great thing. I'm saying I think he went around about it. I don't know that TikTok is
Yeah,
The
and
place to start
somebody
with that.
somebody put it perfectly. An app that was originally intended for, we know it's not really that, but it's intended for kids. This is not the place to do that.
Yeah, TikTok's not for kids. We're going to
not.
get past that part. We know TikTok's not for kids.
We know that it's not for kids, but that's what people like to say.
Yeah. So
Well,
I am in support of somebody utilizing this platform to spread
Awareness and
awareness
and make
and
money.
mental wellness and suicide ideation knowledge and all the things that we need to have conversations about that need to be a part of our everyday communication. And I'm 100% behind that. I also think that we have to be able to meet certain criterias for that. I think that it can be very dangerous to allow someone who has already been a terrorist in a mass situation to have his hand in the cookie jar where there's a crap ton of cookies.
Yeah.
Because it's already been shown he doesn't have the responsibility and the maturity to handle the large cookie jar with the mass quantity of cookies.
Exactly.
He's going to crumble it.
Peter Lang's agreeing with you. You're welcome. Also, as a school pew person, having a let me pull that back up. Having a platform. I just had it up. Where'd it go? Having a platform like that has to be handled very carefully. It has to be something positive, building awareness or working for prevention. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And people are just, and from the little that I've dove into, it's just, so far it just feels like that was what you were trying to present it as. But when other people who were offended by it, because I always say anything that's the truth can always withstand the challenge of questioning. And when people came to him with his red flags, I got kudos over there for that. For
You
that
did.
One right there.
It was between her and I, but okay.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, I mean, when anybody gives me a compliment, I gotta highlight that. But when he started to receive that challenge a little bit from the people that were offended and got the red flags by it, I mean, I guess I don't know what I haven't seen all the lives, and I don't know what everybody else saw. But according to auntkaren and other people that were out there, they saw enough to go, okay, there's some red flags here. They're picking this apart. So let us know what you guys think. We know what we think, and then we'll move on to the next topic. So comment below, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. Let's move on to the next one. We went a little bit longer on that one.
Yeah, we did.
What's the next topic, Beck?
Next topic.
We've got Tab's favorite.
Ugh.
The Drew Barrymore show writers declined to return, and
And-
Pete Davidson returns to host SNL after the writers'
There
strike.
was a reason why I picked this because just like the last time we talked about this, overall, when I saw that the writers that Drew originally hired were like, no, I'm not coming back. It was like, oh, Tab's gonna love that because it proves that out of the two here, I think me and Joel were more understanding for it. Tab stood strong. She was like, fuck that. me and Joel, we were kind of like.
My thing with this is she didn't actually ever come back. She changed her mind because of all the
know.
backlash.
Right.
So nothing ever happened.
I don't think that ever really happened. It was just the announcement.
And she has a total of 3 writers. Okay, it's not like she had 50 writers
Right.
employed. We're talking about 3.
The problem I think
And
I
I feel
had.
very annoyed that now the writer's strike is over. Do you really think you're going to take her show down because 3 of you aren't going to come back to
I
her
don't
Oh,
show?
think-
no,
I don't
I'm sure she's gonna get other writers.
Yeah,
It's just
she'll
that
get
they
other
were just
writers.
making a they
They were
they
making a
probably
stand.
they
That's
probably
fine.
got other
Yeah,
offers. They
fine.
probably just were like, we got other
But
offers.
the problem was that she did break the rules.
No, she did not.
She did.
She did not.
She
She
did.
went to that was the point. She went to SAG. She went to the Writers Guild and asked if this was in the
The Writers
this was
Guild
the
put out
ru-
a statement saying she did not follow the strike requirements. That they put out a statement saying that she actually broke the rule. She didn't follow the guidelines.
I'm gonna have to look that up because based on when she first was going to come back, the rule that they said was that as long as you do not have the WGA
I sent it
writers.
out to you after the show because remember how y'all were telling me and I was like I'm gonna have to do some research and then I kept after
We were defending her on like the devil's advocate on the producer side
Yeah,
of it.
and I
You
was
were
like-
seeing it.
from the concept of what she's supposed to be an actor supporting the writers and to be a leader because she is a famous person who has been around for a long time and is meant to lead and show and support all the people that are coming up in the same community that
Right.
she works in.
And I disagree with it on a little bit of a level because, and I was really trying to, because I was like, I had to give Tabs her props, but I saw another Instagram picture of a small group of protesters, and their signs said, and I can't prove it now because I gotta find it. But I will find it and I'll text it to you. It said, "We support the writers, but don't forget the rest of the crew," which was my point. Like there was a lot of other members and other groups that were affected and I came back to my point. When the writers first went on strike, it wasn't like all the actors were like, "We support you," but they kept working. They kept making their money, kept working. 6 months later, now they have a reason to go on strike. And it was like, all right, now to me, it felt like, obviously, I wish I had the button. For me, it felt like Chris Tucker, what was that movie Money Talk that he did with Charlie Sheen? When he was he was talking all that shit to the main bad guy while they were chained up. But the second the escape was happening, the main bad guy was breaking out and he was handcuffed to the dude. Then Chris Tucker was like, "All right, come on, we a team. That's how it felt to me. The writers were like, "All right, y'all on strike, we support you, but I'm gonna still stay working." But when they went on strike, it was like everybody has to support us. It's just how it felt. But it's like you actors didn't stop working when the writers went on strike. So why does the stagehands and these people and the makeup artists why do they have to stop making? That was my point.
I get
that was that.
But the fact of the matter is,
here we go.
She did cross the line.
Testify.
She did break the Writers Guild rules from her.
I'm gonna have to confirm that.
We can confirm it.
Because I thought the rule was don't have any WGA writers.
There was a whole statement out about how she did not meet the guidelines of what the strike is supposed to be. From her going back to the show, and I sent it to you right after that show that day. So
I think
So you should have it in your stuff if you want to go back to that.
Yeah. Okay.
But for me, it's what I like is that the writers stood by their principles. They didn't go back to the show because to them.
That's why I made it a topic, because I knew you liked it.
She crossed the line, so they stood their ground on their principles, and they're not. And that I don't think they're trying to stop the show.
Oh yeah, no. I mean,
I think that they're showing, hey, we stood up for this.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't back us and continued her show. I'm no longer feel like I am a part of something where I feel supported, so I'm no longer going to go to that show.
Exactly.
That's what I feel like it was about.
Oh yeah, they were making that statement. I'm pretty sure they're not going to stop any other WGA now that the strike is over, or any other writers from working. And I'm pretty sure she'll find.
I have no doubt that she's going to be back on, and this is all going to blow over. We all know
those
how that
three
goes.
stood. They
stood their ground, and I am all for that. They stood by their principles, they stood by their morals, and they decided to move on to something else because they don't feel supported in that working environment. Because, to be frank, they weren't supported.
Other shows did the same thing. Like I said, I'll use The View as the example. They were on the air. They said their writers were not there, and for some reason, just they were within compliance. Maybe it's because they talk more politics and news.
I was about to say
that's probably why they're getting away.
They're a little less.
But Whoopi's
driven.
Oscar would beg to differ. You have an actor on there. That is an actress member.
That show.
But that show is a different.
It's a different in my. I've not known Drew Barrymore show to be anything other than celebrity-driven puff piece.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff. Whereas
the
View
celebrities.
has.
But we said that the celebrities, like when they go to conventions, can still do as long as they don't promote strict work. Like you can't go up there talking about Warner Brothers movies and stuff like that because we're on strike. But you can talk about the weather. You can talk about anything else. And that's what Drew said she was going to do. It was going to turn to a talk. We're not going to have the WJ writers.
Did you not hear about all the people that she was trying to contact to get to come onto her show to talk about their things? So that wasn't the only thing she. So
I got to look. I got to look that up because if that's true,
that's proving that she wasn't going to bring her show back just to talk about the weather. She was trying to find other celebrities who would come on and talk about their things.
But they wouldn't have done that though, unless they would have been dumb.
So
they would have got that would have been stupid for them to do.
The WGA said they didn't have proof. They just felt like they felt very positive that it was
Impossible.
for her to do her show
Shit.
without writing. That was impossible. You cannot do this show without some sort of writing being done.
Right.
And writing something is breaking the rules. Her people were saying, we're not writing anything. We're not
So
writing
that
anything.
so that's
We're
the
not
so
using
that's the
writers,
difference between
and
that
we're
and the
not
View
writing
then.
anything, so we're not breaking a rule. So
Yeah.
you had two groups saying opposing things. WGA was saying, you can't do this without writing, so you're breaking a rule.
Okay.
And she's saying, her group is saying, but we're not writing. We're not using writers, and we're not writing anything. It's all going to be on the fly, just people chit-chatting and talking.
And I'm
they're
I'm
saying
assuming that's what that
impossible,
link that
so
you
you're
sent
breaking
was
the rule.
probably said
it.
that they've deemed it after thinking about it that they deemed that well no your show can't be done without
So it
without
was
specific
just
writing.
basically
But which
two
the
sides.
but I can
arguing.
that I can agree with because the View can be done without right because the news that they're reporting like on politics stuff it writes itself
Yeah,
as long
it's
as
impossible.
Biden is falling down the stairs or Trump is saying something stupid that writes
And
itself.
some of it is-
So they don't. That's okay. For
Some of
that,
it is a matter
I
of
get it.
opinion.
But
Because it's a matter of the writers group saying in our minds,
Yeah.
you are an actor, you've got other actors, so if you're writing a note card, we consider that writing in our minds. And they're saying, no, that's not writing because we're not writers.
But
and we're
isn't
not
it the
writing
writing
anything."
guilds who matter in it, their opinion that matters with regards to the strike and whether something is crossing the picket line or not? They're
Which
the
is
ones
which
that
I
we
which
have
is
to
why I was
rely
mad
on.
because at first I thought they gave the approval and then
Yeah.
then I felt like they did and then they doubled back.
No,
But
that was SAG that gave approval.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't
'Cause there's two
them.
different ones.
fine, you were right.
But,
Well, it's not about. It's not
but the
even
whole
that.
thing is, it never even happened.
and it never happened. And I feel like now she's getting
But it
unfairly.
It never
hit.
happened because she got the backlash and the consequences to her coming out crossing the picket line. That's why it didn't happen, y'all. If nobody had thrown a fuss about it, it would have happened.
Campaigning again, Tabitha. Tabitha 2024.
Nobody put me in politics, please.
She
no,
will
nobody.
save us, Tabitha.
Nobody.
You are our only hope. All right, what's the and the next quick topic is that Pete Davidson, speaking about I think shows coming back, is coming back to host.
He
Saturday-
was supposed to do it at the end of last
Yeah.
season, and all of those shows got canceled.
Yeah.
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 So
I think he's hilarious, but I still don't understand what people. I don't find him attractive.
BD
but
energy, baby. I mean, I couldn't see it either, but
I
when
think
Kim
it's hilarious, and I see the attraction there.
What Kim Kardashian said was that it's the fact that he doesn't have that filter that like when a guy would see like what's her name, Kim Kardashian, what's the other lady, the singer, what's her name?
I have no idea where you're
Or
headed.
that, anyway, all the
There's
people that
been
he,
a
all the Ariana Grande and all people like that, guys would probably most people would probably be a little intimidated. He doesn't have that because he's genuinely just going up to him like, hey, you want to go out? And if they say no, you don't give a fuck. All right, all of them have agreed that makes him more attractive. That confidence that
He might, and that might be it. I think for what I was seeing, it was
and the fact that he has a
his-
big one. That's according to
his
them.
humor. To me, it was his humor because he's ingeniously funny. He really is.
And BD energy.
Well, I'm not about that kind of D, so
No, God.
yeah, I get my vitamins in pill form.
Jeez. This is the house of the Lord. We are eating the Lord's chips.
I know Chris always loves, was it Chad? Okay.
Oh, his Chad character. Yeah, I hope he brings that back. No. What was that? Well, now, what was that you were saying about a buffet?
I like tacos.
All you can eat, baby. But yeah,
I like a Taco Tuesday.
there you go. But yeah, they said that he has that energy, that he has that swag. So hey, more power to you.
I mean, hey, let him do what he's doing. He's getting it
There's
done.
obviously something working.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, damn. What's the next one, real fast?
Deadpool 3 guarantees $1 billion at the box office.
In my opinion, I think it does. I have a quick
I love
rundown
this
of the
around
reasons why I think
I know.
it's going to. Oops, I hit the wrong button. I have a bunch of reasons why I think it's going to hit $1 billion. What's going on with this? Get that out of the way.
I just love Deadpool. So
His humor. I
it's the
love his
perfect.
humor. His-
It's the perfect combination of like comic book, like action, and then like dark morbid humor. For the people who love a good dark
I
morbid
love
like
that dry,
anti-hero.
sarcastic.
Yes,
So I
so
just-
good.
So good.
It's so good.
So good.
It's so good.
But
Especially when it's like so witty and off the top.
Oh, yes.
Like, just
Yes. It's
all
so
that
good.
ad-libbing.
So good. Well, my late wife, Mandy, was obsessed with Deadpool. She would dress up as Lady Deadpool. And so, had Deadpool crap all over. I mean, I literally had Deadpool laying in front of a fireplace on a canvas, all sexy above my
That
fireplace
Burt Reynolds
for
pose?
the longest time. Yes. That was the canvas above my fireplace for the longest time.
For the
should I tell
longest
them the picture you sent me way back in the day?
Oh, dude, I want to know.
Go,
Tell me.
go ahead. Go
Tell
ahead.
me. What picture? Tell me about it.
Don't have it anymore.
Come on.
She deleted. I can make you another one.
Way back when we very first were dating, he sent me the Burt Reynolds, on the
Yes.
The Deadpool pose.
on the bearskin rug looking picture.
Yes.
Yep. And then she proposed the next day.
At least he's sending you D pics in a way that is way better than just the D.
Right. It was that
It was
that
funny
was
to me, extra funny to me, because my friend and I, that's one of our things we would send back and forth to each other. The real Burt,
Yes,
the
yes,
pictures
Burt, yeah.
here you go.
Yeah. Yes. That's so good.
yeah.
So good.
For those who don't know what let's see if we can find. There it is.
There it is.
Let's
yes.
see if we can find it.
It's so good.
Let me see if I can. That's good enough. There we go. For those of you, that gives you an idea of what we're talking about.
He was such a hairy ass man too. Ugh.
There you go. I sent that. That was her Christmas present right there. There you go. And then she said yes.
I'm gonna dress up and put hair all over me and do the exact same pose.
What?
Yes.
Anyway, so the question here is, we got way off topic. Will Deadpool make $1 billion in the box office?
sure it will.
I have a quick, fast rundown of my reasons why this is going to definitely happen. Number one. Deadpool 1 and 2 both grossed over $780 million in the box office. Number 2, they have a chance to fix the multiverse. There's a lot of people upset with what's going on with crazy things going with this whole multiverse stuff. And I feel like the Deadpool movie can right the ship by murdering all the things that don't make sense. Well, you about to say something?
No, that's your Wolverine.
The
I've been
cameos.
Waiting for
Yes.
Hugh Jackman. The fact that Ben Affleck, his old Daredevil character,
We
is
already know they're like besties in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
So-
It's so great.
I
I mean, hell, now they're hanging out with Taylor Swift.
yeah, Jennifer Gardner. You just beat me too. Yeah, and the fact that the Swifties, the Taylor Swift being rumored to what's his name from 21 Jump Street? What's his name? The dancer.
Oh my God, he was walking behind her in one of the videos that was going around.
21
Magic
Jump-
Mike.
Yeah, Magic Mike. Yeah, he's
I see him in my face.
What the heck?
he
is
was
his
supposed to
name?
be Gambit in a standalone
yeah.
movie, in an X-Men related movie. His character might debut in
Channing Tatum.
But
I think he's hilarious.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
see him in
Oh,
these
yeah.
other things.
Channing Tatum and Ryan
He's
Reynolds
so funny.
together when like on Free Guy.
Oh, God, it was
that's
so
that's
good.
gonna be perfect.
When he plays the do you want me when he plays
What was the train movie?
gay curious dude?
Train
Bullet
movie?
Train.
Bullet Train.
Oh, Bullet Train.
Oh
yes.
God, his cameo on
Oh,
that.
it was
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah. So, the rumors like that alone. But then now with the whole thing with Taylor Swift being rumored to be playing an X-Men character named Dazzler, a pop singer with all these special sparkle powers. I don't know what her powers are. She's supposed to be very powerful.
Who?
A character named Dazzler. She's a pop singer, she's a blonde singer, very popular. And side by side, if you look up the Dazzler character and Taylor Swift, they look alike. So she's been rumored to be playing this character Dazzler.
Oh, okay, which
And
is why that would make sense.
That would
to
make a
why
lot
they're
of sense.
all
All
hanging
this,
out.
yeah, exactly. That was pretty much a damn Deadpool meeting up
I
there
know,
at
right?
the Super Bowl. So
I just thought her and Blake Lively were friends.
with all exactly, which they are, but with all of that, I felt like the first three was enough to be like that could push it from its 780 to $1 billion.
Yeah.
But with the power of the Swifties,
snap, yeah.
with what's going on with her tour movie that's coming out, breaking box office. The Swifties are not a joke, and that's how they came out. And like, I don't watch football, but I heard Taylor's going to be on, and their ratings
jokes,
went
the
through
jokes
the roof.
coming from that, by the way,
Yeah.
are class act perfect. Like, I don't know if y'all seen all the TikToks.
I've seen one that
where
threw
was really
me off.
good. You got the wife walking in and she's like head to toe in whatever the gear is for that team. I don't watch football anymore.
Kansas City
so-
Chiefs?
Chiefs. She's head to toe Chiefs shit, and the husband's like, "What is this?" And she's like, "It's just my Chief swag." And and he's like, "This is because of Taylor Swift."
Yeah.
She's like, "Nuh-uh." Like,
Yeah.
And just like playing
still
on the
has the
joke.
tag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just still has the
Yeah.
tags on
It's
everything.
it's exactly what's happening, and it's and I feel like there's enough there.
And apparently,
It's going to push it over the
Travis
top.
Kelsey's had enough.
See, and here's
Not necessarily of her, of the
Swift-
NFL.
The merger?
hyper-focusing on it.
yeah.
It's like we don't really need to show her like
Every
Every
4 seconds.
yeah,
Like,
every
you
time.
can, you can actually show.
Oh,
the
shit. Well, if he scores a touchdown, I'm gonna.
wasn't there a joke about some guy getting hospitalized because he did a shot for every time that they showed Taylor Swift and he got alcohol poisoning?
I wouldn't
Like,
I wouldn't doubt
really
it.
felt like that was a
Like,
headline.
we can focus on the game again. We
Yeah.
don't really need to.
Yeah.
But hey,
yeah.
but I think all those things combined, I think the Swifties will be the thing that pushes it over the top. I think Deadpool 3 will make $1 billion. Guys, let us know what you guys think. Let's see if you guys
Peter,
are talking about it.
Says Lady Deadpool sounds like a really good porn parody.
Let me see.
Lady Deadpool's a real thing, okay?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
It's a real thing.
I don't want her to be Lady Deadpool. I want her to be
No,
Dazzler. But
Tab said that she.
Because Mandy used to dress up as Lady
Deadpool.
Deadpool. She used to
Yeah.
cosplay as Lady Deadpool
Yeah.
all the time. And so, yeah. And then Peter was making a comment about, no, Lady Deadpool's a real thing. Real character.
he also says that it's a Marvel movie. It's Deadpool. It makes a ton of. I mean, yeah, but a lot of them.
Well, I
A
think
lot of them lately
because-
haven't been
yeah, I think because
hitting.
Things
Yeah.
haven't- they've not been doing so well. This one will.
A lot. I mean, the last Marvel
Yeah.
movie that hit $1 billion was the last Spider-Man movie. All the other ones have
Yeah.
been under. I think
Yeah.
this will. I think this will be the one. The
gonna-
next one that's gonna.
If it
hit
doesn't, I'm going to be
Deadpool and
really
Wolverine are gonna.
Yeah, really
Yeah, the
shocked.
Deadpool Wolverine alone, but all those cameo announcements, Taylor Swift too. I mean, Brad Pitt was in the last one, and that little bitty ass.
Yeah, I know.
It's
I
too
know.
funny not to have Taylor Swift in there.
I
That'd be
know, right?
hilarious. Her and Magic Mike, I just forgot his name again.
Channing.
Tatum in the same scene. That would be. It's gonna be hilarious. Let us.
Gosh, I need Channing Tatum to be in love with Deadpool, though. That's what I need. That's what I need.
That French flirting that Gambit does.
Yes,
That mon
yeah,
mon
I
ami.
need,
Ooh, shit.
I need him to be in love with Deadpool. That's
That,
just what
that,
I
all
need.
right, I'm not gonna lie, that would be
That would be
that
so
would be
good.
hilarious. That would be funny as hell. I can't wait to see that. All right, let's move on to what's the last one? Is that what
Yeah.
we are going
All
to?
right.
We've got 2 trailers. that
New.
Oh yeah, we
I am not interested in this first one.
Thanksgiving and Silent Night.
did I miss something up here?
I was like, oh.
You know that's the guy from Other Carbon, right?
Do you ever
Oh,
watch
of course I missed it up
it?
there.
We
It is.
did. I've seen some snippets.
Deadpool. Silent Night. Thanksgiving. So let's start with Thanksgiving. So we saw this trailer, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was real
While
creepy,
I'm not
and
a horror person. This is gave very
it's
Michael
giving me
Myers,
mhm.
like a
The plot is
new
about
version,
Thanksgiving killer. Okay,
like a
it's dumb.
slasher, old school 80s slasher.
I think it is a remake
Is
Well, I
it?
don't know about
Am-
that, but I'm just saying it gave vibes of,
of old school stuff.
bringing back that.
You have
80s
Louis
slasher.
Litt
And,
in there.
I love Patrick Dempsey, so I
Yeah,
will
Patrick
watch.
Dempsey's. Yeah, the kills. At least if you like that gore porn, the
I'm a
kills in there
McDreamy
look
fan,
pretty
so,
good.
you know.
I mean,
First of all, I hurt so bad with that last scene where
The-
he got her.
everybody
face
said that.
in hot water, then stuck her to the
Yeah.
frozen. I was like,
I thought that was the first one. I thought the last one was the oven.
It was the other
Yeah.
one.
Everybody's talking about the oven, but the face
No,
one,
the face
one was worse.
That was the worst thing to me because if you've ever worked in a restaurant and you know about the walk-in freezer,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
like that is like the worst. Like if your hands were wet and you were trying
Touch
to push the
that door,
door
yeah.
to
And-
get out,
and you saw the fingers trying to pull back.
That was
So
not
there's
okay.
no way of us convincing you to see this one.
Nope,
no
I'm out.
screening
I'm out.
for you.
I don't
But
know
you got
why
my
you
boy
want-
Louis Litt in
I
there
do
from
love
Suits.
I love him,
Yeah.
by the way.
Just got lit up.
First of all, I only have seen a few episodes of Suits because of Jess, because she loves that show.
I knew I liked it.
Yeah, she loves that show. And I will tell you, the interactions between him and his
And Harvey.
the partner, no, his love interest, the girl that's from Lucifer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Holy shit, they'd be wild and crazy.
I
Oh yeah.
showed
Freaky,
Chris,
freaky.
Not a bloop. I guess maybe it would be an outtake. Maybe it was probably from back in the day.
When that behind scenes thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
That he had never seen before. That was Lewis remaking the scene with Meghan Markle.
What?
They did a whole scene.
Where
The scene where Mike confesses that he's not a lawyer. That he's not a
Yeah.
lawyer. Lewis played Mike and did it with Meghan Markle and tell her the rest.
And it was all in Spanish.
They're fluent in Spanish.
What?
Meghan
They
Markle.
did a very telenovela.
Oh my
style.
god! Like, oh my god! I need to see this.
Yeah, and they did the whole scene,
What?
even when they kissed. But they played it like a Telemundo
Yeah.
soap opera
Yes.
thing. It was
And
the
then
funniest
they-
thing I've ever seen.
Then all of
We're
a
getting
sudden
off topic, but go ahead, finish.
it snaps, and Mike wakes up and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, don't tell her the rest. We'll show her after the show. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I mean, this
No.
looks great.
No.
Thanksgiving,
I'm
bring
out.
the family together.
Right?
Come on.
Really? Okay, come on.
All right, but if you don't like that, maybe you like this next one. Since
do.
you are a fan of John Wick and
Oh no, I'm very excited about this one.
from the producers of John Wick and the director John Woo.
First of all, it's the
Silent
guy
Night.
from Altered Carbon.
Yeah.
Fan freaking tastic sci-fi
You
show.
had seen some of
I've
that.
seen a lot
And
of his stuff.
character, I was
I
actually,
was-
you know how they change in Altered Carbon for the second season? You know.
Yeah, I know. They
changes-
changed it to the,
he's no
Anthony
longer
Mackie,
in the-
yeah.
I had a hard time because I loved the
His
way
portrayal was great.
the way he portrayed that character and the way that he like acted as a sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was phenomenal. I
this-
loved it,
this
and I
is
had a hard
Getting
time.
very John Wick / Die.
Oh yeah, the same
It
people.
is. It's a little die-hardy, but it has a lot of that same sort of John Wicky like.
But yeah,
Like,
revenge.
revenge-driven,
Yeah, they got
action
his. They took out his son, and
Yep.
then he lost his voice in the attack. I guess he got shot there.
Hence the silent.
Hence
part.
the silent part. Yeah, that's. I'm like, why are they calling it Silent Night? I'm like, he's like screaming into the mirror,
Yeah.
and I thought it looked like it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
actually really and
This the one you want to see?
This
huh?
is the one.
Come
I
home
wanna
for the
see.
holidays.
Yeah,
for this
yeah.
one. Right?
This is the one I'll see that I'm actually really excited about.
Yeah.
And it's weird, and I'm gonna call myself out on this. I have zero issue with the violence in these kind of movies. It doesn't bother me.
Right, you said this before, yeah.
But
The gore porn
the
stuff.
gore porn,
Saw movies
yeah,
and things
I can't
like
do
that.
that. I can do this violence all
Yeah.
day. It doesn't bother me. I don't get sick.
Because it's more realistic. Yeah.
The gore porn makes it. I can't. It physically hurts me.
Yeah.
It
That
makes
torture
me,
place, yeah, that torture,
It
yeah.
makes me sick.
But yeah, this one looks pretty good. I remember him from what was what was that show he was on, that drama, The Killing, when he was a detective.
Oh, I don't know.
It was a detective show where I first saw him as an actor, and he was also RoboCop in the RoboCop remake. But
He was in the RoboCop remake.
They
Yeah,
didn't do
I
that
remember
great though, but it
No,
was fine.
but I think you know who he reminds me of?
Who's that?
And it's weird because they are of the same, I think, nationality. I've just lost his name.
I know
True Blood.
Skarsgård, yeah. He
yeah.
reminds me of I would have bet money
They
that he
were
was a
brothers
Skarsgård.
or something, yeah. But they're not.
Yeah, I would have bet money. He reminds me of a Skarsgård. You're right. I've always thought that too.
Yeah.
I thought he was a Skarsgård.
No, he's not.
But I'm looking.
Do you want to know why I know he's not? Because I went and Googled it one day.
Yeah. You like went to go check to see if he had that Skarsgård DNA.
I did.
Wow. He comes off as a
Because
Skarsgård.
Skarsgård is like one of my loves. Like he's like, seriously, because I was a True Blood fanatic.
Yeah.
But I was in love with his character
Yeah.
in that show, not the one
Right.
everybody else was, in
I
love
feel you.
with. But
No,
yeah.
I agree. Before we end it off, I want to talk about real quick. I guess we can end it off of that. Let's go around the table for let's do a quick rundown of movies and TV shows that you caught this week. I'll go first. Talk about the greatest show out on Disney Plus. No, not really. Ahsoka. Okay, I just finished the Star Wars show Ahsoka. For me, I'm gonna give it a C+. I understand where everybody was upset with it, but I actually had a lot of fun with it. B-. Giving it's Rosario Dawson. Okay, so I give it a B-. I love the Hayden Christensen cameos. I loved all that. I'm sad that actor, the one who passed away, I forgot his name already. One of the main villains, he passed away. shortly after completing this series, so he won't be in the follow-up if there is a season 2. But overall, I thought it was a fun little season. 6 episodes, it was good. Ahsoka's my favorite Jedi character. Rosario Dawson did a great job. Did a lot of things make sense? No. But you had 2 lightsabers, and Rosario Dawson. All right? A lot of you hardcore Star Wars fandom jerks, just like Freddie Prinze Jr. said, this Star Wars is for kids. You're just mad that that you grew up and it stayed for kids. This is for a new generation. Let's have the kids have fun. It's Rosario Dawson. I loved it. All right, for me it was a B-. Babe, you said what was the one that you want to talk about real quick?
We watched Only Murders in the Building. We finished
That was season 3.
I liked it.
Okay.
We love that
some
show.
of the reviews, people were like, meh. But I had a good time. I thought it was hilarious.
Okay.
I thought this season was better than last season.
I thought so.
Because I kind of got bored. Like, I watched the first season, and then I tried to get into the second season, and I was
I
like...
thought
Season 1 was the best
Yeah.
to me.
I thought this one was better than the second season.
Okay.
But I would rank it that way too. So I mean, I would give this season a B. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I thought it was. I mean,
And we already know it got renewed.
it got renewed.
Oh, okay.
And there's a rumor that what's the actor's name? Is it Chevy Chase?
Well, he said he'd be all for it.
If Chevy Chase was in this
The
with them?
Return of the Three Amigos.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that would be funny. I'm hoping that they do it. That there was no hint to it.
That would be a cool little nostalgia thing for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think at most it would just be a quick cameo.
Cameo.
I don't
Yeah.
think they would add him to
The cast.
Unless
I think they would do the whole kind of like
What if he was like...
Will, like in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, how they would make those
Yeah.
random comments like, parents just don't understand.
Oh yeah, how they would break
Yeah.
the
Look
fourth
at
wall and like
Yeah.
had
So
like.
I think they would have him in for some bits and then kind of make some references like, look at us, we're the Three Amigos.
What if
And
they
you'd be
just
like,
make
"Oh,
him
what is
die? What if he ends up dying?
that?" Dying.
Oh, we
Yeah.
already know who our next victim is, but you got to watch
Yeah,
the end
yeah,
of
don't
the.
tell me.
Yeah,
I'm
not
just
gonna-
saying, but what if like they bring him in and they just end up making him
That would
one
be
of the
fun.
ones that die?
That would
you
be
know?
that'd be a quick cameo.
Yeah.
That'd be grand opening, grand closing.
Yes.
And
But I mean, we laughed a lot with this one, so I thought it was good.
I wish I had a graphic, but I thought I did have a graphic, but I didn't. I have it behind you. And yours is your next one
Oh.
that you want to talk about.
Yes.
Wheel of Time.
Wheel of Time. I'm caught up on Wheel of Time. I'm loving Wheel of Time. I really like the story. I didn't read the books, so
This is on Amazon Prime, right?
Yeah, it's Amazon Prime. I just really like how the story's developing and how they're kind of taking this concept of lives and multiple lives and really creating that in its own sort of like idea of religion and how the world is viewing that and how it runs and how the world runs because of it and if you're good or bad and where you fall on that. And I really love where it's going.
Yeah.
It's so cool. But I honestly want to read the books. I just haven't read the books
What is it overall like about? Because I don't know
so
any much
basically
about
it's
it.
about where they call him the dragon. He can either be for good or for bad, and he spawns back into life. It's the wheel of time. So it's a wheel, and they just kind of keep cycle through these lives.
Okay.
And he's reborn, and they have to find him and try to train him to beat basically what would be his counterpart, the
Okay.
yin to the yang sort of ideas of it. But it involves magic and sort of like that sci-fi
It's
world,
fantasy kind of
fantasy
thing? Okay.
driven ideas.
Maybe I'll try to check out
But
an episode.
I really like it. It's a really famous book series. But yeah, I really.
Is
I'm
there
digging it.
Is there any HBO any Tits and Dragons situations that are happening there?
I mean,
Little.
yeah,
All right, there you
But it's
sold.
not as-
Sold.
it's not as like
Stop selling
HBO.
when you
We
when you
forgot
sold.
about Minx. We finished watching Minx.
Oh yeah, we did. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. It's not on there, but yeah, we
Yeah.
finished watching Minx on Stars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully
that was season 2.
Stars will give it a 4th because it ended. It
It,
didn't
it,
end.
it kind of ended, but it was one of those. This is technically a cliffhanger, but it could also be an
The
ending as
end,
well.
Yeah, yeah.
So
No,
I'm
I get
hoping. You're right. I'm hoping that they do
Yeah.
a season 3
Yeah.
mix. You just like to see all the ding dongs. That's all you like. You just like the tallywhackers. What was that the name of that restaurant? If you were the counter of Hooters, she would make a restaurant called Peckers.
I think there is.
There it is.
As I say, I'm pretty sure that
wasn't-
They
exists.
stole it.
There wasn't when my friend and I said we were going to do it, but there is now.
Yeah, let's say I'm
The guy behind you overheard that shit,
Kept
and
that
now
in.
he's a millionaire. So that's what you get for.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure it exists.
Yeah.
It's in Dallas.
Yeah.
I think that's what
All, aren't all the Peckers in Dallas? All right. But on the list, we're after Will time. So let's talk about the movies that I'm looking forward to. Mine is, and I forgot to get the graphic, but I don't have it. There's a new movie and I don't know if it's a series. I think it's a movie. I think it's on Hulu. It's called Totally Killer.
It's on Prime.
It's on Prime. It's on Prime.
Yeah, Prime.
Picture-
It's on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, comes out October 6th. New movie.
This girl goes back in time to where this horrible killing happened, like a what do they call it? Like a slasher kind of situation happened with a killer that happened back in the day, and she gets thrown back in time to when it goes down, and she meets her mother at her same age. So she's meeting her mother, and I just thought the trailer was funny as hell. That she's trying to this like a Back to the Future with the slasher kind of a vibe.
I will say they may make me watch this based off of the one phrase that's on the picture.
What's that?
Murder is so 1987.
Yeah.
That alone makes me want to watch it.
On the trailer that I watched, it was like, so she introduces herself to her mom. Her mom her mom is like the nicest person in the world when she's her mom.
Yeah.
But when she goes back in time, mom is mean as hell. She tears her own daughter, not knowing it's her daughter.
Yeah, of course.
Tears her up so bad in English and in Spanish.
Oh.
You got to see this trailer, right?
Okay.
All right,
I'll
let's
have to
watch it
watch
before.
it.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch this shit. It's funny as hell. But I kind of watched Total Killers. It looks pretty funny.
Next.
Dick said, what are you looking forward to, Beck?
We've been watching Gen V.
Oh yeah, we're gonna watch it
We've
the
seen
next
2 episodes,
episode.
but
Yeah.
we still
I have not
some.
seen this.
But you said you haven't watched The Boys,
Oh, I
but
have
it's
not
a
watched The
spinoff from The
Boys.
Boys. You don't need to watch The Boys to watch
Oh,
it. So
okay.
far, it helps a little bit, but you don't really
Not
need
really.
to.
Okay.
I think you would enjoy this more than
The Boys?
But I think you would enjoy The Boys.
I just
though.
haven't watched The Boys. It's actually been on the list of things to watch. I
Yeah.
just
I
haven't
I'm
watched
liking
it.
this one so far. But
Yeah.
it's the boy. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
it's
the
like
same universe,
thing,
yeah.
so.
Okay.
But the concept of a high school where they training these future superheroes, and
Okay.
then they figure out. But this is a world where
Gotcha.
where the heroes are all corrupt and they're shields for corporations and stuff, and so
Yeah.
it's all that stuff. And you said you're looking forward to
Sex
education.
education.
Isn't this the last season?
I don't know if it's the last or not. I honestly don't
I
know.
said we saw the first.
we saw the first season.
Oh,
but
I'm
yeah.
obsessed with the show. I think the show.
What season is it on
brilliant.
now? Is this 3?
3, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. Yeah, this show's brilliant. The way it's written, the way that they kind of explore sexuality within teenagers and what they're going through, and kind of the trials and tribulations of now, but yet you kind of get some nostalgia in the show, which I love. Like, it's that, those shows that they're current, but then like stylistically they're in the 80s or things like that. Like,
Yeah.
It hits that sweet spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so funny. It is just brilliantly written.
Yeah,
Humor is
from what
on
we saw,
point.
it was great.
Super witty. All of the actors and stuff that are in this show were just in like most of all the actors in this were in the Barbie movie.
Oh yeah.
Like, all of
I remember him.
They're like all in the freaking Barbie movie.
Here's something I almost tripped over something. Here's something another fun fact. On the short list to play Lois Lane in the next Superman movie.
Really?
She didn't get it. I think she was the runner-up. If Tom Holland wasn't too
Oh,
good,
yeah,
he was
yeah.
almost Spider-Man
Yeah.
right there. So,
Like, it's crazy. The number of like the cast, this is not even the full cast.
Yeah.
But the number of the guy who was like who ran into the office on the Barbie movie to tell Will Ferrell about what happened.
he's in the sex ed?
He is a main character in Sex Education.
Maybe it's like one of the, maybe
He's
is this produced by one? Maybe it's produced by one.
Yeah, I don't know,
Yeah.
but he is one of the main characters in Sex Education. He's the one that's the school's principal, but it's
Like a-
uni, so it's
Forgot what
English.
they call him.
Yeah, I forget what they call it. The
dean
headmaster
or yeah.
headmaster's
Yeah.
son, who
Oh.
discovers that he's gay,
Okay.
but is like closeted gay.
Okay.
But then he was in the Barbie movie. Like, there's so many people that
From
were
Barbie?
from the
she was-
show.
Wasn't she? She was in Barbie too, wasn't she?
Who is she?
The Lois, the almost
Yes.
Lois. I think she
Her?
was in.
Yes.
Yeah,
she's
they were
the
both in Barbie. Yeah.
She was the doctor, I think.
I
of
think,
Barbie.
yeah.
He was, of course,
One of the
guys,
Kens. Yeah, he was a Ken. Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember him stretching in the background. Yeah, I remember
and
that.
then there's one of the executives that was in the Barbie movie is one of the passerby encounters of Fleabag, of that show, which was funny because it was a prominent character, but he didn't last very long, but he's prominent because of his teeth. And you could not forget that character because of the teeth, and they made it a thing in the show, Fleabag. And so,
we loved Fleabag.
And then when you watch the Barbie movie, the entire time I'm going, does he have the same teeth? Were those teeth fake? Like you're so obsessed with seeing if his teeth were his teeth or if they like dramatically made them that way for a Fleabag.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good times. We did a lot of.
I forgot that we watched Sex Education season 1 together, so we can. I guess we can.
It's so good. I
finish
highly
it
suggest
off.
it.
It's produced by some company called 11 Films because it's British.
Yes.
It's a British
Yes.
film.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, there you go. I mean, there's what we're watching, what we're looking forward to watching, and hopefully, we can catch up to these shows. Guys, that's it. I'm going to give a quick shout out to our channel members. Thank you for Miss Brianna, Jasmine, and Peter Lane. Appreciate you for joining us into the live chat. Let me see if I got my. Is this thing working yet?
Peter says he's going to watch Loki.
Oh yeah. Last but not least, I guess there's one more slide. I forgot. Yeah, tonight tonight is Loki. I'm gonna tonight is the premiere of the season 2 of Loki. So
I need to watch the first season.
I'm glad you said that because I was about to say something.
Don't say something.
I almost said something.
Because I'm actually really wanting to watch that show. It's
Yeah.
like one I actually am looking forward to, and I haven't gotten a chance to watch it.
Okay, here's a drinking game for Loki.
Oh.
Take a shot every time Loki does that hair flip. There you go. Passing out. Coma time. Every time he falls down and just flips that hair up, you will not survive.
Okay, we're going to do
That's
it.
the game.
I'm going to video it, too. We're going to see.
Yeah. Yeah, tonight is the premiere of Loki. I'm going to be watching it. Did you watch season 1 with me? Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you think? Interested, not interested? Maybe, maybe not? Drinking game?
She's like, if we're going to be drinking, maybe.
Yeah. We can watch it, do something strange for a piece of change.
But it was all right.
We can do something strange for a piece of change while we
No,
watch
she needs dollar bills, y'all.
it. Okay. All right, so
We don't make it hail over here, okay?
we make it. I don't make it drizzle. I make it rain. All right. So we're gonna go check that out. Like I said, thank you guys for keeping us in the league. He said, "Yeah, me too." That's what. I forgot to open it up. So I got this little teeny weeny little thing right there. There we go. Sorry about that. But guys, thanks for keeping us company here in the chat. I'm sorry that I messed up the chat again, like I always do.
It's got to be something,
I just want to, real quick before I let you go, like I said, thanks Brianna, thanks Peter Lang, channel members. Comic Palooza just became a follower of our channel.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they just followed us on here on YouTube. So thanks to that. Maybe I should do a quick, like when the show is over, I'll do a quick little shout out to people, the new subscribers and stuff like that. Anything that I missed on the last topic?
No, we went through it all.
Lane says yes, but Iggy and Feige are still crying. Okay, yeah, we pretty much went through it all. Guys, that's it. Appreciate you guys, and have a good one. See you next week on The Rundown. We were in talks to do a show tomorrow, but that's not going to happen anymore. Maybe not. I still got to talk to some people. But guaranteed next Thursday we'll be back. Unless there's a drop of rain, then,
Hey.
Somebody's afraid to drive when it's.
That is not accurate.
She's one of those Houstonians that thinks that 70 degrees is blizzard weather.
No, I have children who can't be left with no power. So I have to stay when there's a storm. Yeah.
Versus when she told me on the phone was that she hates my punchable face and doesn't like the noise that I make when I chew. And that whistle noise that happens on the right nostril. She says,
sometimes those are accurate. So
yeah.
It is a very punchable face.
There we go. There you go. And just like Brianna says, is that fingers crossed?
Yeah.
I guess so. I was trying to give you the middle finger there. Right.
I mean,
I'm gonna go just flipping you off. I'm like, yeah, screw you. All right, fingers crossed that Tabatha doesn't punch me in the face before it's all said and done. And dude, I appreciate the support. Peter Lane gives a $2 super chat and says good night and sayonara, motherfuckers. Till next time, peace. Have a good one, guys. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, like, and comment your thoughts on this topic or any topics that you think that we should talk about in upcoming videos. Also, you can follow us at T3 Medias on Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and we also have a T3 Media Studios podcast where we post our movie reviews and episodes of The Rundown. Till next time.